We're live.
Welcome everyone to the GDSL $2,150 prize pool tournament round of 16. Here we have Not Fast, Just Furious against the Boolin boys. Now, Not Fast, Just Furious, very interesting. They got first place out of their group stage, and they 2-0'd their opponent on the round of 32. Boolin boys, on the other hand, they got out in second place out of their group, but they also 2-0'd their opponent in the round of 32. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be CTP against PTZ. Kachar, what do you think about these matchups?
On paper, I would favor Boolin boys, just because ZT counters PT, but that's only in the case if they play the meta builds. So I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to say. I hope the Boolin boys did their homework and watched replays and yeah.
Okay, and we have a gas first from the Boolin boys. Let's see how that works out for them. I do believe the Protoss. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, that's what I was thinking to do against NZP. We'll see.
Let's see how it works out.
If it pays off.
Because the top team, Not Fast, Just Furious, I believe, is going for the PT stack. The Stalker's already there. But let's see if Kexit can control the Stalkers right. You do have to blink it correctly for this to work. Let's see if they can get it. Right? Readout comes out with Marines. And Han has Reapers, so Reapers actually counter Marines pretty well.
He got +1 attack after he saw the
Boolin boys doing their homework.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they have middle for now, so this is an advantage for them so far. Okay, and the Protoss decided to go for double DT.
So he's tier.
Let's see. Does the top team respond? And it looks like no, they're gonna leave the DTs alive.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard on the Stalkers, because Lynx have speed and they will cover the DTs even if they do get a scan of. Yes. Look.
And no scan still.
Yeah. I don't think
all the Stalkers go down. But now the bottom team has had middle for like 2 minutes now, and that gives them a huge mineral advantage. Let's see what they can do with it. Because now it's gonna be Reapers against Marine Reapers. Reapers should win here. Let's see. Boys. Now he has 1-1, which is interesting. They got first place out of their group stage. And let's see, bottom team still has middle. Okay, but this time now, Torgi should be able to win his wave. He has an Overseer now. The DTs just don't cut it. They're too far ahead. They don't really trade out well against Hydras.
Yeah,
Immortal doesn't really trade out well with Hydras either.
I think like getting a DT is fine, but you should expect that the other team will be prepared on the next wave and just transform them to Archons.
Yes, Archons are really good against Zerg. Okay, but now the top team is doing what they wanted to do. They're getting the PT stack. They have Stalkers. They have Marine Reapers. And the bottom team only has 3 Marines. So that's not going to do very well against Stalkers. And they get the blink. That means those Reapers are going to be doing next to no damage. And you can see that the top team is winning. And they finally get middle very comfortably now. Okay, the Protoss finally changed those DTs into Archons and has a lot of solids. Let's see how he does in his wave.
I think he'll do good because Torgi went for the Lurker, and early Lurker is just doesn't really do anything against the army that.
Okay, but he has to scan first. Okay, does get the scan. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
Now there's
Hydras
an
were just
immortal.
naked.
Now,
Go
now
ahead.
we have an immortal with the links against stalkers. This is not good, looking good for the top team.
Yes, those Hydras were naked and they just completely went down. But that is what top team wants. The Zerg wants to lose so that the Protoss can stack. But only 3 Stalkers survive. Let's see if that's enough. And now the bottom team is Marauders as well.
Yeah, and they
It's
will
really
take
close.
this.
Let's see.
I think they will take this. Phew.
It's so
This
close,
is
but
neck biting. Okay,
oh,
so
but the top team,
yes.
the Hydras arrived on time.
Oh, there was no control on the disruptor.
It hit 1 Roach and 1 Hydra. That's not ideal. You're looking for more juicy shots with those disruptors.
Can they kill
And
the
the Hydras
disruptor
are
though?
naked. The disruptor is still alive. Can it shoot again? There's. Oh, okay. Nope, misses. Nice blink there.
And
And there's 3 infestors just chilling, looking at the oversteer, hanging out.
yes, but they will connect with the next wave.
Oh no, the bottom team was doing so well, but now they're falling apart. Look at the amount of stalkers still alive.
Yes, but they
Okay,
have,
and does get the blink front.
uh-huh.
Let's see the fungals. Even with great fungals, the Marines are just not attacking the bio of yellow, and so all the yellows, Marines and Reapers, were protected by the stalkers. And they completely killed everything, even under fungal.
So what do you think about this double AoE, the High Templar and the Disruptor? It's a pretty big investment.
Well, the thing about High Templars is they're extremely expensive, right? You need it costs 275 minerals for each one, and you still need to get the Storm. And green has no queens, so you're not really getting any benefit out of the feedback. And the Storm is just way too expensive to justify the price, especially so early on. Bottom team had middle for like 2 minutes or for around 3 minutes, but now it seems like it's all falling apart. Now it seems like it's all about the top team and that PT stack, those stalkers just protecting that Marine Reaper, and it's gonna be enough to take down the bunker.
Yeah, and the Yellow Terran already has +2, so his upgrade timings are on point.
And the thing is, read out Marine Reapers, they're gonna be hitting Zealot Immortals. That's the Marine Reapers can shred through that as well. I really favor the top team in this one.
Yes, I mean ZTP on paper, I mean in practice, if you play it right, counters PT, but once you lose the cannon and you get pushed back, it's just you know, it's really hard because the Zerg has links and this is getting pushed by the lurkers, you know, so.
Ooh, look at those lurkers, each with
Yes.
11 kills and one with
Exactly.
14 kills. Oof, that value. And here's the thing, Blue's Protoss, it's not very strong against Marine Reaper, which is what it's hitting.
Yeah, I think he invested too much into tech. Like they had the good first couple of waves, but then their composition wasn't the best.
I would have just loved to seen more Archons, more Zealots, and just commit heavily into those units. You don't need an Immortal, there was no armored unit. You could have just kept going Archons, and I think he would have been better.
Yeah. And just getting both Disruptor and High Templars, it's too much of an investment so early.
Okay, those Disruptors eliminate the Infestors. There's a Liberator now, they're going for the Liberator. Let's see if they can get the stack going.
So there's quite a few Marines already.
And now, see, the problem with High Templar, they just used up all of their storms. Now, there's no storm, there's no feedback, there's nothing left for the Zerg, and the Zerg can just come in here and smash through that Protoss. Completely obliterate every single unit there. Oh, okay, and now Red goes for Banelings, but I don't believe Baneling is a very good comeback unit. Especially against the Protoss.
Yeah, I mean they should be working on stacking units. So
Look at that beautiful disruptor shot, 6 kills, getting tons of value. Okay, some Liberator micro. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the bottom team.
Me too, have to say.
If they can get a Liberator stack going, that would be wonderful for the bottom team. That is a way they can come back into this game. But right now, it's all about the top team. They are head in gas now. They're feeling very confident. 2 of them with 2 gases. They feel like they're very far ahead in this game. What do you think about the 1 gas from Red? Do you think it worked out?
Huh. Well, not really, but I mean he needed to clear that that observer, so you know his infestors wouldn't get stuck, but he just kept making infestors, so yeah.
Infestors at some point have diminishing returns.
Yes, and they don't shoot up, so they don't have any attack at all.
Okay, blue is not is using all of the storms on the stalkers, and now there's no storm at all for the green. And Torgi is really capitalizing on it. He's going for lots and lots of units. He's just keep adding mutas.
Yeah, mutas are pretty good. They're keeping all the queens back, so the lurkers go front. And now they're exposed.
Look at those High Templars. Those storms on the bio doing so much damage.
So we have +2 on the liberators. He wants
Okay,
to
I like
shoot
the Liberator stack,
stalkers.
but Redop already has the answer. He went directly into Thor's.
Yeah, it's a nice timing for the tutorial.
Yeah, the way the bottom team could come back is if Pink somehow managed to stack some Liberators and Blue managed to save it with some Phoenixes, I believe. But Blue is not getting Phoenixes at this point. He's committing to the ground army, and I'm not sure if that is the way to go. Let's find out. Okay, good disruptor shots. The infestors are clumped together, and the disruptor shots are completely capitalizing on it. Okay, and here comes Terran with the cleanup duty, completely cleans up everything very quickly. That is what Terran is known for best.
Yeah, it's just so hard to stack against a good Terran because he will just focus on DPS, and he can clear a 2-man stack, no problem.
Yes, and now he's even adding his own Liberators to put even more pressure on the Protoss to go air. Those Liberators will really counter that ground army from the blue toss.
And the top team is like, yeah, they're getting Void Rays, they're getting Vipers. They have Thors, so I think the window for a comeback with the Liberators is gone at this point.
Yes, and the problem is
in
that
tier 2.
the problem is that these liberators are still tier 2.
Yes, he just got the range. But here's
the
Redoubt with
Protoss,
his lips, yeah. Just
yeah, the
sniping.
Protoss just has no answer to those liberators. Each one of them getting so much damage onto those stalkers. Okay, and the Baneling's completely clear all of Green's army. But the problem is, now you have to face off against the purple toss. And he has Disruptors, he has High Templar, he has so much AoE, he has everything he could ever want to deal with this army.
Yeah, I like his composition. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. There are some Liberators alive, but the problem is that Redoubt, those doors, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're killing all of the Liberators.
Oh, so there's the blink front, okay. Sniping those lips. Trying to protect the Disruptors. Let's see if they get another shot off. I don't think so. The Blinding Cloud makes the units move front because they can't attack from it, so that's one way to counter the Protoss stack. You get Vipers with Blinding Cloud, and then his units will move forward.
Okay,
so
and now bottom team is going for a different strategy now. They're getting tanks. What do you think about the tank?
well, at this point they have to try something, right? And air is obviously not going to work out.
Redoubt already has even more Liberators
Yeah.
than the bottom team. I believe the problem with tanks is they don't shoot up, and those Liberators, they're gonna have a fun time killing the tanks, and now they're gonna have a fun time killing the Stalkers. Just everything dying. There's barely anything alive to hit the green, the green Zerg.
So there was a pullback from the Viper on that 4 HP lib. See, just racking up the kills
Still-
now.
8. Oh, it finally goes down.
And they didn't
I will-
scan. That's
Purple's really playing very safe, only getting 2 Disruptors instead of 5. He's opting for more units instead of Disruptor shots. I think that's a very safe play to do.
yeah. He's just going into voids, just sniping down the Nexus now, and yeah, here we go. 1-0.
Oh wow! Enough pressure to snipe the Nexus. Good job.
GG. So 1-0. Bottom team had a really good opener, you know. That's the composition was
They had mid for the first like 3 minutes, and they were doing really well too. It seemed like the top team was in a bit of a pinch, but some mistakes here and there, too many infestors, some wrong units, and the top team capitalized it, got the PT stack, and they went all the way straight to the bunker, got the bunker as well, and then from there they just kept their lead and never let it go.
So you think they will keep playing PTZ? Or did they get scared a little with the counter matchup?
I think the top team is having fun. I think
Yeah.
they're feeling very confident. Redoubt is a very confident guy.
Yeah,
He's not one to shy away from trying different strategies and going a little crazy, with throwing hands with everyone. So, I do think he might switch up at some point to spice things up. I don't think we'll see PTZ from them the whole time.
Maybe some triple Zerg again. Let's see.
Yes, and it was Sweet Elephants, right? They went 1 Protoss and 2 Zergs.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
Yes, yes.
According to the stats, I think that's the worst matchup. If you check the Pax's standard.
It had something like 30% win rate, was it?
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. Okay, so we have the second matchup screenshots. It's TZP against ZPT. Okay. So there are changes. Both teams are playing the PT now.
Yes, but one of them is the Protoss is against the Zerg,
Yes,
and in
the
the other
Zerg
one
is.
it's against the Terran, and that's a huge difference because
But we
the,
don't
the
know
one
which team choose which composition because they didn't put in the names. So on paper, who do you favor? The team 2 here, right? Let's see.
I would think Team 2, but
PTZ, that's the wrong order. They messed something up. Wrong order.
it's a very interesting matchup because in paper both teams the Zerg can. Well, the team 1, the Zerg can hit the Terran, right, with fungals, or maybe the Protoss can get some good disruptor shots going. But I really have to give it to team 2, PT stack. They get it first.
Yeah, I mean, if it's done right, the other team just doesn't have enough time to get all those units out before the cannon is dead. Oh, god damn it! I'm such a bad host.
I don't see how team 1
What are
can
they
kill
doing now?
the stalkers.
What is this? Why are they joining one by one? ZP. Okay, so we have TZP. Yes, that's the correct order. Okay. We just need Keksik in here now. Okay. I'm guessing they are ready. Okay.
No, not yet. CPP. That's
ZPT.
illegal. Yeah,
ZPT.
yeah,
It's
no.
the correct, yeah. Right?
Yeah, they just switched.
Okay, okay.
Kexig was Protoss. Yeah. Okay, so very interesting. Readout and Kexig switch races.
Why?
Now Readout is going
Okay,
to be a Protoss,
okay.
and Kexig is going to be the Terran.
Okay, I don't mind. I'm just used to Keksik being a Protoss player.
This is gonna spice things up. I believe this game is gonna rely heavily on what Readout does. His Stalker micro has to be on point so that he can blink safely away from the Zerg. He decides to go for that.
So we have a gas first again from the Zerg. Maybe that's his tactic against Protoss. I don't know.
Seems like it. All lings in one gas.
So Torgi cancelled the tier 2. He's gonna try to identify what he's up against, and he sees the bio. So I think he won't go through with the tier 2.
Yeah, the Zerglings I think are very good against tier 1 bio. And now we have Lings of the bottom team. Let's see Readout. Is he gonna blink? Okay,
No.
not on the first wave.
He's not getting it on the first time. I think that the Zerg could also save his speed if he sees there's no blink.
The sentry is front.
Yeah.
Oh, but it worked out well. Okay, let's see.
Well, the thing is, like,
Exit.
the pure add-up opener is just really
Really strong against
really
Bio.
strong against what Kaksik is doing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and this is not enough links, I think. There's enough Marines here to clean,
But
maybe?
there's no steam, so
Oh, no stim?
yeah.
And he got +1 armor instead of +1 attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
but
he lives. Look.
+1 armor worked out well
Yeah,
against the Lings.
Links are pretty weak against armor. So it seems.
But it seems that was a problem now because Redoubt got an extra blink.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're gonna see the full power of the top team's lineup. They got the PT stack and oof. I don't know if bottom is ready for it. Adepts are not gonna trade out well against those stalkers. Gonna do no damage, and the Marines reigning supreme, dealing tons of DPS.
Yeah, that's +1 bio. It's just shredding.
And now Toryu added even some banelings, feeling very confident.
Yeah, and even if they don't connect on the bio, they'll do some damage. Oh, they all got taken out by the cannon. That's some nice micro on the cannon.
Okay, now let's see if Redoubt can still stack after this. But from the bottom team, there's still no Infestor. And there's not a lot of links even.
Yeah, so they're
The all
just
of
split blinking.
Yeah,
Look at all those stalkers. Oh, this is
this
not
is-
going to end well for the bottom team. And
Yes,
he blinks
this is
in front of the.
fantastic for the top team. Redoubt with those good blinks manages to get all of them right. And I think that's going to lead them to a victory. Pretty soon, one of these waves, that cannon is going to go down.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be on. Oh well, Torgi went
It's
tier 2.
almost half
That's-
health. Let's see.
So because Torgi went tier 2, they probably won't kill the cannon on this wave, but I think it's the
He missed
safer
the
option.
Infestor shot. He missed the Infestor shot.
It was
Yeah,
a
let's see,
little
read
too
out.
early.
A little too early, yes. Okay, now Ark has Hydras. Let's see if that makes a difference here. And there are less Stalkers, but there are still enough Stalkers to completely push through Red's wave.
And the red is doing actually the right. He reacted with stalkers of his own, and that's the right call.
But Kexix is already prepared. He has 5 Marauders, and those are just smashing through the
Yeah.
Stalkers. And the bottom team is not really getting their PT stack going. It seems like that top team is the one controlling this game. The game is flowing in their direction. Everything works out exactly as they're saying it, exactly as they planned it. Cannon goes down. I think this is gonna go for the top team.
Yeah, it's really difficult now for the Zerg because he's gonna lose all his zealots every time, and then he's gonna fight the full Protoss wave, and it's just it's an uphill battle for sure.
Yeah, Red has a lot of stalkers, but if he blinks black, if he blinks back, he loses all the adepts, right? So
yes.
that's kind of being an issue here. There is no PT stack happening. There are no stalkers from Red surviving to team up with Pink. And so Green is facing his wave completely by himself, and he has Banelings. And Lingbane trades out fantastic against Bio. We've all seen Cyril and Raynor play Lingbane and completely smash through bio. And that's exactly how it works out in here as well. Okay, read up, just adding more and more stalkers.
I think he's gonna add some disruptors then. I think Readout likes his disruptors. He likes to shoot the things that come out of them.
No, readout went for Archons instead this time. No
Yeah.
Zealots, straight to Archons.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can afford that in this case, just because of how hard they're pushing. So
Okay, and bottom team going for some Liberators. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at this the stalkers that are gonna expire. Yes. So that's when it's stalker good unit.
Yes, Stalkers survive. That's what they primarily do. Blink is a very good ability to have in this game. Okay, and red now has disruptors, and disruptors may be the comeback unit here. Now Kexit is going for Ravens. Okay, Liberator Micro from Han. And a tank. And tanks are really good against bio, tanks are good against stalkers, and they're good against Zerg. So that might be the right unit to make here. Let's see what he can do with that.
I would just like to see that first line of that abduct on the tank. Well, I would
Torgy
like
just smashing their dreams with the Viper.
I mean, that I have to say that's a really, really early Viper, right? It's 8 minutes into the game and we have some Viper action already. That was nice blink.
Yep. And the funny thing is that the Viper actually worked, right? Like it pulled the tank and it did something.
Yeah, because like if you get it too early, usually it just stands there and
right, usually
useless.
it pulls something and then dies.
Yes.
Okay, 3 tanks with +1. +2, okay? Does get the +2. For tanks to work, they definitely need to be upgraded. Okay, the tank survived. Let's see what they can do. Okay, Banes connect with the Hydras and all of them go down. The problem is that Readout now has disruptors, he has Archons. There's nothing protecting the Hydras. The Hydras are not a tanky unit. And so they all completely go down. The tanks are exposed.
Yeah, he doesn't
The
even
Archons.
have to blink from.
Yes, no blink from red to protect the tanks, and so the tanks all go down. Okay, 4 tanks now. Maybe 4 tanks can do it. Oh, but Readout already, Kexix already has the answer. He has Liberators, and there's nothing shooting at the Liberator, and Torgi pulls it back with the Viper. So the top team is really microing their heart out here. They're taking this game seriously.
Yes, and I mean Torgi is he's good on Zerg, and he's prepared for this tank switch. I mean, he has Vipers, he has Lynx, he has Ultras already, so even if somehow they manage to push to the middle, the Terran wave will just flop.
Readout's disruptor shots are killing Red's disruptor before they even fire. This is not looking too good for the Boolin boys. There are more tanks, there are Liberators. There is a dream for the bottom team. But now Torgi has Ultras.
Yes.
Ooh,
And
what do you think of
look what
Ultras?
happens. Well, they're really good against any stacking unit Terran can bring out. So they're good against tanks, they're good against Tors, and yeah.
They killed the tanks really quickly, and then all of the Ling Banes crashed into the Ultras, and they completely absorbed all of the Ling Bane. Ooh, those disruptor shots really landing on the Red Toss's army. Okay, tier 3 libs now from yellow. While pink is still on T2 libs. And now these liberators with even extra range can kill the tanks. But even if the tanks survive, the Ultras are just annihilating them before the Zerg arrives.
Yeah, he almost got them.
Almost. The liberators are still alive.
Yes, and there's only one queen left. Okay. Oh, look, there's a Viking. I didn't even see it, and a corruptor. Okay. I'm a little blind here.
Yes, but not before the liberator killed the infestor and killed like so many units, getting so much value. Insane. And red has a lot of immortals. The immortals do decently against purple stalkers, but as soon as the marines come, they completely destroy all the immortals.
So the disruptors are ready to shoot, but Redoubt forgot about them a little. Come on, shoot. No.
Oh.
It's
like they're gonna time out first.
he can still shoot, come on.
No, one of them goes down.
Oh.
Nope, completely forgot about it, but it doesn't matter. The liberators could clear everything. Nothing survives. Well, maybe only one swarm host survive.
Oh. And now will we see a blink front? I think.
Yeah, Redoubt is just winning on the disruptor shot war.
And those lips timed out, that's just oh, that's just painful when you get camped like this.
Okay, is this gonna be the Nexus?
28, that's it.
It is. Top team now with a 2-0 score. Not fast, just furious coming here with those PT stacks, man. Really causing problems for the bottom team.
Yeah, this is match point.
Okay, well, the story so far has been those PT stacks completely ruining the bottom team's dreams. Do you think they're gonna spice it up? I believe so, but what do you think?
They might, with disadvantage, I think. I think we're gonna see some... Maybe triple Terran? We haven't seen triple Terran yet. Or are they saving that? So they were pretty fast on the matchup selection in the previous game. This is what we want to see. Like all that training from Juzal is paying off. So we have PZT against PTZ. Well, PT stack favors the PZ stack, so
Oh, I didn't take the top team for being so serious. Always going for the
Yeah,
PTZ
just-
stack. They're really taking
Mhm.
they're taking no risk. They're
Yes.
going for the safe place. They're saying why fix it when it ain't broke.
Yeah, PTZ is pretty strong. According to the stats, it's on second place, right? Right after PTT, I believe. I will post the link to that in GDSL. And maybe people can add their own replays. I already did. So we got a... Oh my god. So we got a more accurate picture. So sorry for this. I haven't been hosting in a while. So wait, the PZ... So they're wrong. Wrong order. Okay.
Okay, now this game a little bit different from the other ones. We have a Zerg versus Terran. Let's see how that works out for the bottom team. Now it's not Zerg versus Protoss.
I mean, the thing is, if the bottom team will try to do the tier 1 PvP, then they are just done. They have to bring out some tier 2 Protoss and try to win against Kexic. Because PZ stack is just so much weaker than PT stack.
Yes, and the Zerg is very good against Terran as well, right?
Yes. Okay. Well, depends, right? But
yes, depends. But let's see how it goes. Let's see what strategies they decide to. They definitely have to switch it up, right? Like if they can't keep going for the same strategy, it's not working. And so they have to switch it up. They switched up their order. Now let's see what they can do with that.
yeah, I was hoping that they'll switch the composition completely, like go maybe with some double Terran but looks like Arc is comfortable on Zerg, so
Yes, every team here deciding for PTZ. Would have loved to see some PTT from one of the teams as well.
so there's a
Okay, and here's the problem. They are going for tier 1 against tier 1, but I have to favor Kuxic here. I do
yes.
believe he's practiced just a little bit more. He's done well so far with his Stalkers. That game 1 really showed some good control over the Stalkers. Now let's see if he can pull it off in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Kexic is known for his Blink Stalkers, you know, in the DS community, so yeah. Oh, and there's Blink from Red, yes, well, you normally get the Blink on the next round.
And a Baneling from Orange.
Yeah, so what do you think about getting Banelings when there's a PT stack?
The problem is, if Kexic can micro correctly, he can absorb all of the Baneling shots with just some Stalkers. And if that happens, then the Banelings just are not cost efficient. And that gives a huge advantage to the top team. Because you need, when you make Banelings, you need those Banelings to connect to the Marines, right? That's the juicy spot where you want to hit with the Banelings. But the Stalkers completely negate that. But only if he micros correctly. So let's see if he can do it.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. And we have
Oh, and
auto
Red
blink.
with the auto blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, auto blink just doesn't cut it at this level. The top team is just a little bit too prepared. Kerksik is doing very well with those stalkers.
Yes. So he blinked one stalker in the Banelings and just took five of those shots. And yeah.
Absolute masterclass on how to handle Zerg as with stalkers. Okay, and Torgi with Ravagers. Let's see what he can do. This is different. Let's see.
And there's no steam from the Terran. You know, now Torgi will get another volley of. Yeah.
Well, he went for +1 armor, and the thing is, +1 armor may work against just pure Zerglings, but it's not gonna work against Ravagers. You need to kill the Ravagers before their bios kills you. So you definitely want to be going heavy on the attack, right? You want stim, you want to get lots of Marauders, you want to get +1.
Yes, because one armor basically only reduces the incoming damage by 1. So it's good against units that have low damage. Like
And
Marines
some
and
stalkers,
Zerglings.
yes, some stalkers survived, but they survived they can't even protect the lings, right? Like that doesn't work. There's no. That's not how it goes.
So let's see if he's getting steam now. He still has no steam, you know. Yeah, and those biles. Oh, that hurt.
Beautiful. Torgi microing correctly those bios.
And he's just saving now. Let's see if he tries to snipe the sentry. I think he was aiming for the sentry. Oh, and there's some blink front from the red. Okay, so they both have the correct upgrades. So it's good to see that. Let's see the blink into the base. Yes, perfect.
Yep, as long as the Banes are not hitting the Marines can clear absolutely everything. No problem at all. Clean up duty, doing their job.
And there's
And
some
Pink has a little bit of a spread here.
yeah, I think he was counting on hitting the wave clean, but yeah. At this point, the bottom team is just so far ahead that I'm not sure they can win the middle.
The top team is very, very far ahead. Yes, I completely agree. The bottom team, the bio, you do want it spread out, but the problem is there's so much leak that they stack up again, right? And then the Ravager bios just completely kill all of them. Torgi microing those bios to land perfectly. Lots of stalkers survive, but you need more than just stalkers against Marine Marauder.
Yeah, the bio is a big problem, right? The stalkers don't really do anything, and so their only option
This is
was
gonna be
basically
cannon.
Yeah,
The
for
Marauders
sure.
are hitting the cannon directly, and it goes down. Orgi already very confident going for that one gas. Nasty. It's always nasty seeing those bios smash all the Marines to pieces. It's always nice seeing Torgi play. He does play the Zerg a little bit different than everyone else. He's one of the players that him and Agreed, right, are the players that go for the Ravagers. And it's nice to see that working here for them.
Yes, and it's really nice to see that the 1v1 players are coming to the 3v3 scene. So we have like Torgi and Keksik. They're both mainly 1v1 players, but
And it's glad to see them getting results, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they are
exactly.
microing very well, and that's doing a bunch of difference in their games, really pushing them ahead of their competition. So far, they've gotten first place out of the group stage, and it looks like they're gonna make it in the top 8. But before that happens, they still have to close out this one game.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they might be able to do it soon. Keksik adding some disruptors.
Well, will he blink? Oh, there it is. He could.
Beautiful.
He could blink front and back, but okay.
Evaded those disruptor shots.
Yes, yes.
Just as they were about to go off.
So we have a ghost here. Yeah.
I think we've seen this story 2 times before, where Pink Ghost tanks, and we know what happens next.
Mm-hmm. So there's a flanking infestor there. I wonder what that for. Oh, just for the disruptors. I see. Okay.
What did the disruptor shots miss?
It did. Okay.
Okay, Keksik landing those disruptor shots. Not a lot to land on, but actually one of the disruptor has 5 kills. Very nice. Seems like the story of today's games have been the Marine Marauder, the PT stack with Stalkers, Marine Marauders just smashing to the bunker very early on, and then the top team just capitalizes on that and never lets go of their advantage. They don't gas that much. We haven't seen some crazy 3 gas very early on. They just keep on the pressure, and they've managed to turn that into wins.
Yeah, they're being careful. So the thing is, like, you're being careful, but also if the other team overgasses and you just take that one gas, you will just kill the Nexus. There's no way they can defend with, you know, with
Exactly.
taking more gases if you play the right composition.
Okay, and Arc is trying Ultras to maybe get back into this game. Let's see what the Ultras can do. And Han actually getting even more Ghosts, but
Yeah,
the Ghosts are...
Ghosts are like a good pushing unit if you have the game under control and you're like pushing against an air stack from the Protosaur, like some Zerg.
But
Heavy Zerg
it's
units,
landing
yeah.
against Terran, and it's not doing that well.
I mean, they have no stacking potential, right? And they spawn with low energy, so.
And they're very expensive. Very,
Exactly.
very expensive. A Liberator is cheaper than a Ghost, and it's more impactful
Yes.
most of the time.
Some would say the Liberators are a bit too cheap.
Yes, I agree.
So we have +3 on the bio now. Oof, this is just going to cut right through this army.
And Readout, like, Orange is trying to go for some Ultras, but Yellow has so many Marauders. Look at the amount of Marauders that Readout has.
Oof, those shots were actually kind of interesting. There's the scan. Okay, so Keksik put his disruptors front.
Ooh, beautifully timed disruptor shots.
A nice blink
Hey.
front.
Hexix is really playing out of his mind today.
Yeah, he's playing like he knows.
Even more Ghosts. Okay, now 4 Ghosts. 2 aren't not enough. 4 Ghosts is what's needed to turn this game around. Let's see
Yeah, I mean, like,
what they can do.
there's no detection, right? So, yeah.
And now there's the Overseer, and all of the ghosts instantly die to the Ultras.
So Torgi only has one attack. I think he's just favoring for the survivability of the Ravager, so
Hexig
he
is-
gets extra shots. Yeah? Sorry?
Hexig is not missing those disruptor shots.
Mhm.
Man, he's landing all of them. Okay, what do you think about these Thors now?
I think they're pretty good against ghosts.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree with that statement as well. No scan.
And they will kill the Nexus once they stack. So I'm in favor.
Ooh, that swarm host took all of the disruptor shots.
Yeah, there's like no
And now-
kills look on the disruptors. Ooh, nice shots.
Hexig has not missed a single disruptor shot. Oh my god, he's doing so well. And now it's Immortals against Ultras. Ultras are dying.
And we have 5 Thors already. Okay, I just want to see some attack upgrades now. If
These Thors are 0-0 towards.
yes, it's a little sad, right? But they'll still do their job.
Still no Ravens from Readout. He's just ignoring the ghosts, pretending they're not there.
I mean, yeah, you actually can do that, right?
Yes. Ghosts are kind of like mosquitoes. They just like, you can hear them buzzing around, but they don't really contribute a whole lot.
Free shots, let's see. Okay, good. Saved one for the infest. No, what am I saying?
There is no infestor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. That was a lurker. Oh, so now we have +3 Thors, okay?
I would love to see Readout just getting a Raven.
Yeah. I think he's thinking like, I'll just ignore the ghosts and kill the Nexus.
I mean, I'm saying that, but really, I can't pick on the top team. They've really been the story of this game. Their strategies have worked out exactly as they planned, I think, because they've gotten the PT stack every single game. And that's just catapulted them to a 3-0 very soon, I think. I'm trying to think of ways the bottom team can turn this around, but the top team is ahead on gases. Now Kexe has a mothership.
Okay, we'll see that in a second there.
They're ahead on gases. They've had middle for so long. They have such a huge mineral income advantage. They have the right army, the right army composition. Everything is just going so well for the top team.
Yes,
The
and
bottom team is... Yes?
Go.
Yeah, the bottom team is trying to stack tanks, but it's not working. The Ultras completely reset the tank count every single time. Orange does not really have a lot of stacking units.
But look at the oracles, you see, there's nothing to shoot up.
Here comes the mothership.
Okay, so we have a scan. Let's see if they will rescan, because they have...
There is
nothing
an
to-
overseer.
Oh, thank God we have Nova here. He sees things.
The overseer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Thors heal all of the detection now, so
Mhm.
there's nothing seeing. They do scan, but
I
tanks
think
all
this
go
is
down.
it. What do you think?
I think this is scan and the Mama ship is still alive. Yeah, the Nexus goes down. GG, top team. Not fast, just furious with a 3-0 over Boolin boys. But a very convincing PT stack every single time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
So
And that's gonna be it for today, guys. GG's. We
GG's.
will be coming back tomorrow. We have 2 matches left to end up the round of 16. We still have to see. Grumpy Kittens, our very own GDSL tournament host, go up. And we still have show mode against the Giga Shads. So we still have 2 more interesting matchups. Show mode and Grumpy Kittens, both the leader of. They won their group stages. And so these are, I believe, are going to be very interesting matches to watch out for.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Thanks everybody
Alright,
for
we'll
watching. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow.